afternoon.
Hello.
My name is Maria.
I'm Sarah.
Good to meet you, Sarah. I'm actually your therapist, and I wanted to begin our session by getting to know each other a little bit. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about some ground rules that I have.
Sure.
Everything that we talk about here is going to be confidential. I want you to know that. So feel free to let me know anything that you want to let me know. However, if you do tell me that you hurt yourself or you plan on hurting yourself or you're going to hurt somebody else, I am a mandated reporter, and I do have to let you know that that needs to be reported. And that's in order to save your life or somebody else's life. I do base my relationships on mutual respect, so I do like to make sure that we keep that. So I'll respect you and you respect me. Can you tell me a little bit about what brought you here?
Yeah, I'm mostly here because I've just been having a really hard time getting really angry and being able to control my anger because it's been getting me in a little bit of trouble lately. So that's the main reason why I'm here.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your anger and the issues?
Yeah, well, it's been the worst when I was at work. I just recently got fired, and I got fired mostly because I had an outburst at work because I felt like my boss and then HR were kind of attacking me for personal decisions that I made. And so I was so mad that I threw a stapler at my boss, and then that's when I was asked to leave.
Okay. So what you're telling me is that basically you were fired because you have anger issues. You were having some personal decisions that you made on your own, and they called you into HR, Human Resources, and they fired you, and then you threw a stapler?
Yes. Well, they were telling me that my decisions at work, I was having some relationships with some of the people at work because we're all adults there. So, and those were my personal decisions. And so when I was brought in, that's what they came to talk to me about were my decisions. And I was mad because I didn't think it was any of their business. And then I threw the stapler, and then I was asked to leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I wanted to get a good understanding of what was going on.
Yes.
Have there been any other anger issues before?
Yeah, I mean, I get mad easily. I've always kind of, since I was younger, gotten mad pretty easily. My mom had a lot of expectations of me to be perfect, and I think that that really made me feel like I wasn't good enough. And then I would get frustrated with myself, so then I would just get angry. And so usually my first reaction is kind of just to have outbursts, and I really don't feel like I can control them. They just happen. So it's just because I'm mad, and I don't really think that there's anything I can really do to change that, because that's the only way that I can react.
Okay, and have you ever been in trouble for those anger issues? I mean, other than obviously being fired at your work, have you ever, in school or at any trouble with law enforcement?
Not really with law enforcement recently. When I was younger, a little bit, but I have a boyfriend, and he gets angry a lot when I get mad, so it's kind of not the best situation, because usually I'll get really angry and then he gets angry at me as well.
So basically what's going on is you get angry, he gets angry, and then
and then I kind of
just argue.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I was, having all those relationships at work, because it was so much easier. But then it was just because I was really mad at him, because sometimes I don't feel like I get enough attention from him, and so that's how I reacted, because I was mad.
So these relationships, you said you don't get enough attention from him. Were they friendships? Were they?
No, they're more like dating, sexual relationships.
Okay. And have you ever spoken to your boyfriend about the attention issues that?
No, not really. Okay. I kind of just get angry, and then we yell at each other, and then go our separate ways.
So maybe what we can work on is some coping skills for you when you get angry, and then also we can set up a goal for you to talk to your boyfriend and let him know that you feel that there's not enough attention being given to you. Okay. Do you think we can do something like that?
Yeah, I think I could do that. It just, when he gets mad too, it just makes me feel that I did something. So it kind of makes me feel like I'm not like worthless, or that, I should feel bad about myself, and I really don't think it's my fault. I think a lot of it is his fault. So, I mean, I can work on my part in that, but I don't know what we would do about his part in that.
Okay. We can send him to a therapist. What would you suggest? I'll cut it.
Okay.
Because I don't think we
Be
can.
like, let's get started with working on, or be like, we'll start with working on how you react first, and then we can go from there. Or be like, let's start working on you first.
Okay. Okay, so let's go step by step.
Okay.
Let's start working on your anger problems.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. So we're gonna come up with some coping skills for you.
Okay.
When you're feeling very, very angry, what are some things that you think you can do in order to not have the anger outbursts?
Well, I could not do things like, I could not be destructive. I could not do things like throw things. So I could try and control that a little bit more.
And what are some things that you think could help you control that?
Walking away.
Okay.
If I can. But sometimes when I get really mad, I don't know if that's really what I want to do.
Okay. Well, have you tried maybe doing some breathing techniques? Or maybe when you're angry, writing? So those are things that may be able to help you. Because I know sometimes when we're angry, we say things that we don't mean, and so we hurt people's feelings. And so what we want to make sure is that you don't make a decision on a temporary feeling and hurt someone or hurt yourself. So maybe some of the things that we can work on, we'll talk about it a little bit more as we progress, but you know, things like writing, breathing, walking away, taking some time to just say, I just need to, I just want really walking away.
Just be like, just taking space.
Just taking space from the situation and letting yourself calm down before something, before you do, before your actions. Now, is there something that you would say really triggers your anger?
I mean, mostly just people making me angry or mad. Not really anything. When people disagree with me, I get angry.
Okay.
Or like when people question the decisions that I'm making, like that happened at work. So when I feel like people are coming down on me or judging me, then I usually get angry.
Okay. So those are the things that we're going to start working on, you know, because not everybody's going to agree with you and not everybody's going to agree with me. And so that's part of life. And so what we can do is, as I said, come up with some coping skills for you to use when somebody does disagree with you. And then maybe we can move on to talking about it with that person and having a conversation instead of having an outburst. As far as the relationship with your boyfriend, do you guys live together?
Yeah, we live together now.
How long have you been together? Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship?
Well, we've been really off and on for like a year. So sometimes after we get into a big fight, we'll break up and then we get back together. But I really do love him a lot. But yeah, we've only been together for probably like a year. But we really love each other a lot. So.
Okay. And another thing that we can definitely work on is if your boyfriend is willing to, maybe some couples counseling, because it sounds like it's not only you having the anger outbursts, it's also him. So we can definitely refer you to a couples counselor to help you both come up with coping skills together. Have you guys gotten physical at all, or?
No. Not really. I mean, I throw things like at him. He's never really hit me or done anything, but I've never actually hit him or done anything like that.
Okay.
So like I'll like punch a wall or throw something, but I don't really hit him.
Okay. So you punch a wall.
Yeah.
And that helps you cope, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that you think that you can do? I feel like I'm going around and around.
You're not. I mean, I can talk about cutting myself actually right here.
Okay. So is there anything else that you think? So you talked about, we'll start over. So you talked about how you punch the wall.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you can do in order to?
Well, sometimes when I'm feeling really bad, and usually it's because we fought or he's made me feel bad about something, I will cut myself because I just am angry and sad, and it just makes me feel better. And then I don't know if you read, but I saw another therapist for like 10 years, and during that time we kind of talked about not cutting, but sometimes when I cut, I start to think about, you know, killing myself, and I've tried to kill myself a couple times, like 4 times before. So if I feel really, really bad, that's kind of where I go sometimes.
And when would you say was the last time that you felt so bad that you cut yourself?
Probably like a month ago.
Okay.
Not tried to kill myself, though, that I just cut myself then.
Okay, and why? Can you tell me a little bit about why do you cut yourself? What does it mean to you?
It's usually just when I feel really sad. So when I go from feeling angry kind of to sad, and that feeling of being worthless or useless, that's usually when I cut myself, because it makes me feel better. It's like a little bit of a release, and then I don't really have to feel bad about myself anymore. So
Okay.
it makes me feel better.
Do you think that there's maybe something else that you can do instead of cutting yourself?
I mean, I've tried to stop before, but it's really hard for me not to do it.
Okay. And do you feel suicidal?
Do I feel suicidal now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, since I lost my job, yeah, I've been thinking about hurting myself or doing something.
And how would you hurt yourself?
Probably by trying cutting, because that's usually what I do. And the last times that I have tried to seriously hurt myself, that's what I've done.
Do you think that maybe we can get you some help? Maybe get you to see a doctor and talk to them and see what we can do in order to help you? Because what my question is are you on any antidepressants?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
So maybe we need to get you to see a doctor and see if maybe we can help you with your depression like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to go in for psychiatric evaluation?
Yeah, I think I would do that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Baker acted.
Oh gosh.
So you're willing to go in for a psychiatric evaluation. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get you some help.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes. Am I
Do you
in
know
the
where
right?
Dr. Brown's office is?
It's right there. I think it's the second door, right in front of you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Let's get you some help.
Okay.
Let's get you into a doctor. Let's get you evaluated, and we can
Yeah, I
we
go
can
through.
go from there. But I do want us to meet
The only
weekly.
thing is,
Okay.
So what we can do is we
hear
can
me a little
meet
bit.
every Wednesday
Alright.
at 6 o'clock
Yep, I can do that.
in my office. So I'm going to call to get you an evaluation as soon as possible. Okay?
Thank you.
Maybe you did
Welcome.
move the sound line, right?
Mhm.
The little thing.
I think I did horribly.